Welcome to BRC TV, this week coming to you from lockdown here in Brisbane. Fortunately, racing goes on, and there was a very important set of trials at Doomben on Tuesday. A number of horses with spring aspirations stepped out there. None more so than Rothfire, the horse that so many Queenslanders have been eagerly awaiting to see the return of, and he certainly looked the part in his heat.
They're well into the home straight, and it's Rothfire on the outside of La Palmiere. He's gaining the upper hand now, Rothfire. He's starting to draw away from La Palmiere. Back in third spot, Liza with a Z, but he's back, Rothfire, and he's starting to open up. He'll stretch it out and win it nicely. Rothfire by 3 at the line.
Well, Rob Heathcote, it's been a long time coming, but we finally saw Rothfire back publicly this morning, and he looked pretty good.
He did, and enormous satisfaction, but I think an overriding feeling of relief, Nathan, just to have him back. I mean, he suffered a serious orthopaedic injury. 2 sizable chips were removed from his fetlock, and I've used the term miracle more than once just to get him back. And to see him do that this morning, it's enormous relief.
Without a doubt, his biggest test today on his journey back to the races, and he passed in flying colours. He without having seen the trial yet, he done things sort of in a manner he's looked to in the past. He showed his good speed. There was good pace early, and ended up just sort of taking a sit running second, but slipped him a little bit of rain. And Rob wanted to see him do a little bit today, knowing that he's got a really good foundation there, and just to really get a good guide of where he's at. And he ticked all the boxes, so felt super.
Importantly, how did he pull up from that gallop this morning?
Well, initially I haven't seen him post-trial, but Melanie's been back at the stables with him. We had, she spent 15 minutes with him post-trial, warming him or cooling him down with a walk. No heat, no inflammation of the joint, no pain on flexion. He's back at the stables now having an ice bath, and the signs are positive. I'm going to actually send him out for a week's break with a bit of sun on his back. I've got him nice and fit. I think as much mentally to let him enjoy the feeling of he's competed again. Going to give him 1 week out at Washpool now. That gives me then 3 weeks to the next official trial here, and then that gives me 18, 19 days to Sydney.
While Rothfire was the star turn at the trials, he wasn't the only one that showed good promise. Obviously, stablemate Prince of Boom went super, but here's a couple of others that I thought went pretty well there on Tuesday. Prince of Boom stepped out in Heat 12, and he won his trial as you'd expect, but I thought there was a couple of nice performances from debutantes behind him there. The Rattlesnake showed good speed and battled on okay, and I thought Litigant hit the line quite well in this trial.
Glorious Ruby leads the way. Brentwood is starting to set sail right down the outside. Still there, Oceana Dramatica, but Glorious Ruby powers clear, and Glorious Ruby scores well.
In Heat 11, the Brian Dace trained Glorious Ruby stepped out, and she looked pretty good in her first public appearance as a 3-year-old. But I also thought the trial of Oceana behind her was noteworthy.
Tavisan in front, the sprint's right on now. Tavisan leads the way, the move not going away. Up along the inside, Moncini, Tavisan in front, and Tavisan takes it.
In Heat 18, we saw the former Victorian Tavisan now with the Chris Lee's stable trial, and he was able to beat the move, so I thought it was a pretty handy trial performance, and you'd think there's a nice race for him here in Brisbane in coming weeks. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of future winners come out of that trial session there on Tuesday. Well, here at the BRC, we're particularly proud of our food and beverage offering. It's been said by some that they now come to the races just for the food alone. After a very busy Stradbroke season, we caught up with executive chef John Felesina. I must say I've been fortunate since I joined the BRC to be treated to a couple of your special functions. And is it something that's been a conscious thing with the club to lift the standard of the food that we serve here at Eagle Farm and Doomben?
Yeah, that's one thing that we've done, and it's, front of centre when we're doing menus, when we're preparing offerings and composing every day.
A day at the races, I think, as a punter, you used to think, it's pies and sausage rolls, but it's a little different now.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you can get a great pie and a great sausage roll, but food is really different for us, and it is something that we've made a real effort to deliver, surprise and delight our guests. For members, with regards to Ascot dining, just ring up and book a table and enjoy a day out with some of the spectacular views here at Eagle Farm? Yeah, well, you're right on the finish line. It's as simple as making a booking or walking up. But if you're going to walk up, you're taking a pun. Pardon the pun.
We've just completed Stradbroke season. You would have done some extraordinary numbers.
So to give you an idea, we would have done about 2,000 kilos of local prawns. So all of the prawns at BRC on any buffet are locally caught. Our lamb is all Victorian. We probably did on average about 18,000 cutlets of lamb over the whole season. Camembert cheese, we were sitting just shy of 400 kilos across all buffets, all areas. Our pork, all of our pork is local Kingaroy. We only buy sow-free stalled pork. All of our barra is wild, ocean, or farmed locally. So yeah, we do things a little bit different. Do we do big numbers? Yes, we do. BRC is very mindful of using local and small footprint as well. So to deliver a Stradbroke day or a large day, we can operate between 50 and 70 chefs. And then we have about 700 front of house staff that will help deliver. So everyone in a black and white or serving guests, it amounts to about 700 staff.
All right, so if there's a message you would give to some of the members out there that have just traditionally come to the races and not sort of entertained in terms of the dining options here, what would you say?
I'd say come on in. If you venture out of probably members' areas, go and have a look what we have to offer. Walk into dining rooms. The offering has really changed today. We're always looking at fresh. We're always looking at something new. With the finish of Winter Carnival, we're in the midst of composing all of our Spring-Summer offering. So we have some new things that we're going to engage with the guest, but there's always something new for members all the time. And who doesn't enjoy a lint ball? We did 65,000 lint balls over that season.
With Brisbane's lockdown, Bart isn't with us this week, but he has sent in his tips from afar. He wasn't far away last week there with a double-priced tip that just missed. So there they are for this week. Good luck with those if you're having a punt this weekend. Obviously, no patrons for the Saturday meeting at Doomben this week, but you can catch all the action on Sky Racing, and hopefully we can welcome you back to the races here very soon.